Thank you, Presiding Officer. I welcome the opportunity to speak in the Stage 3 debate, particularly as a member of the REI Committee, and I moved a number of amendments in the bill, both at Stage 2 and Stage 3, with much thanks and appreciation for the Minister helping me on that. The bill, which supports wildlife management in Muirburn, has been interesting to be part of all the scrutiny process, and I'm going to focus my comments mostly on birds of prey. And fundamentally, we know that the illegal killing of Scotland's magnificent birds of prey cannot be tolerated, and members across chamber have already stated that. It is therefore right that the bill will seek to tackle the destructive minority who would continue to commit these wildlife crimes. And I also think, especially as a representative of a large rural area in the South Scotland region, that it is important to put on record that the Scottish Government does recognise the economic contribution of grouse shooting to Scotland's economy. And, Presiding Officer, wildlife crime is abhorrent, it's reprehensible and it's unacceptable. And the persecution of birds of prey has no place in a modern Scotland. It is also completely at odds with work to address the biodiversity crisis, which is supported by so many people and organisations, including across the whole of Scotland. Presiding Officer, I don't know how much time there is to take interventions.
We're very tight for time this afternoon.
Very tight. OK, so I will not, actually, I'll just keep going. Raptor persecution is a serious problem in some parts of Scotland, particularly in areas linked to driven grouse shooting. And we just heard another report 4 hours ago on STV regarding a missing hen harrier called Shalimar, the fourth bird to suspiciously disappear from the Angus Glens. That was just 4 hours ago. Of the 131 tagged golden eagles analysed in the Fielding and Whitfield report in 2017, 41 birds suspiciously disappeared and were assumed to have been killed. And since that report, a further 8 golden eagles reported by RSPB, 8 golden eagles, 21 hen harriers and 5 white-tailed eagles and a red kite were recorded as stopped no malfunction tagged birds on Scottish grouse moors. And we know Merrick, the female golden eagle translocated from the Angus Glens to south of Scotland region, was reported missing. She was last recorded on the 12th of October in an area of the Scottish borders associated with grouse moor management. So the bill will include monitoring and reporting and improving investigation powers of any incidents reported. And, Presiding Officer, the Scottish Government recognises that grouse shooting contributes absolutely immensely to the rural economy, and the bill is not about stopping this activity. And it is interesting to note that, we keep hearing that the Scottish National Party doesn't care about rural, but it's interesting that there are 29 SNP members here and online, and only 5 Tories in chamber and 3 online. So it's really interesting for me to see these numbers. I've said I'm not taking any interventions. The Scottish Government recognises that grouse shooting does contribute immensely to the rural economy, and it is worth repeating that. And for many years, conservation groups have reported the number of raptors over grouse moors to be lower than expected. And other issues that I just want to touch base on, because I do realise we're short of time, that the introduction of Muirburn licensing, one of the subjects which relates to my bill's amendments, will ensure that Muirburn is undertaken in a safe, environmentally sustainable manner in line with best practice. The licensing scheme will allow Muirburn for a number of purposes, including preventing and reducing the risk of wildfires. So, Presiding Officer, I know time is really short. This bill is important in ensuring that the balance between conservation, Muirburn and wildlife management is supported and sustained. And my final point, Presiding Officer, is I thank the committee clerks, all the witnesses and colleagues for their input into this bill. Thank you.